It's time for This Week in Destiny 2, where we cover everything that you need to do this week, starting at reset, from the weekly featured raid to the weekly featured dungeon and everything in between. Let's start from the very beginning. We have some big seasonal story progression happening. A lot of people have been speculating stuff with the Traveler. Obviously, we know that Lightfall is around the corner, so a lot of people are presuming that something's happening with the Traveler. Maybe the Traveler dies. I don't know. Put down in the comments your speculation on what you think will be happening to the Traveler, potentially with Lightfall. Obviously, it seems like something bad's happening to him, right? Lightfall seems like a bad thing, right? Next, let's move on to the next part, which is make sure to smash the like button on this video. It definitely helps a lot. We're going to have the weekly featured Grandmaster this week is going to be the Glassway. And if you want to get the Adept DFA, this is the week to do so because it will be double drops. Now, Glassway might be a little bit more of a painful strike to do for this, but with strong builds and with it being double drops, I actually think that this is a good week to grind this out. Obviously, the godroll we have right here in front of you, you've got time payload, perpetual motion, and then we're going for as much range and handling as we can possibly get. This thing is really good in both PvE and PvP, so it's a nice all-around hand cannon to have. Is it the S tier? Is it the best PvP hand cannon? No. Is it the S tier, the best PvE hand cannon? No, but it's definitely up there and it definitely hangs with the best of them. It's got an excellent origin trait. It's got the time payload. It's honestly a really solid all-around hand cannon, one that I would probably use in PvE. I do have this godroll sitting in my vault, just collecting dust at this point in time. Next up, we'll talk about the Last Wish and the Shattered Throne are the weekly featured raid and dungeon. Both are options that I don't really think anyone needs to grind at this point in time. If you want the pinnacle drop, it's there for you. None of the weapons are that interesting right now. Bungie is probably doing a revamp to the Last Wish weapons that will probably go live, not with Lightfall, but the season afterwards. And when they do so, that'll actually be a really good time and a good time to grind the Last Wish and get all those new weapons. So what a lot of people are going to be doing right now is just bounty prepping, and we'll be seeing what happens with that seasonal story. Lastly, what we're going to cover for This Week in Destiny 2, though, is all of the Eververse items. So enjoy this. This is everything available in Eververse. This Tuesday reset, we have the Boreal Char shader there. This is what it looks like on a Warlock. Next up, we have the Trailing Pyrotechnics emote. This will be made available for 3,250 Bright Dust. That one looks pretty spiffy if you want to grab that. We also have this Sparrow here, made available for 2,500 Bright Dust. Next up, we have the Rolling Rulebook emote. This is made available for 700 Bright Dust. We have the Wall Sneak emote, made available for 400 Bright Dust. The Tetrahedron Projection for 1,500 Bright Dust. I myself think that these projections are a bit overpriced for Bright Dust, okay? That should be like 200 maybe. And then we have this Ghost Shell here. This one actually looks pretty crazy. And this is for 2,850 Bright Dust. This Chest Ornament for 1,200 Bright Dust. These Warlock Robes for 1,200 Bright Dust. And this Chest Ornament for the Hunter for 1,200 Bright Dust as well for all three classes. Next up, we have this exotic ornament out there for the Warlocks for 1,500 Bright Dust. And this goes for the Osmiomancy Gloves. This thing looks absolutely incredible. And then we have this pair of exotic boots ornament for your hunters out there for Frosties. I think that looks crazy. It looks like you're a mountain climber or something. 1,500 Bright Dust for that one as well. And these are for the Dude Marchers. Again, 1,500 Bright Dust, completing the entire collection, Titan, Hunter, and Warlock. Let me know which one you like more out of those three down below. Lastly, we've got the Tiku's Divination Exotic Bow Ornament here. This thing looks absolutely crazy. I love this. 1,250 Bright Dust, and that is a wrap for This Week in Destiny 2. Comment down below what you will be grinding this week, what you're looking forward to the most, and make sure to subscribe here if you want to stay up to date on all the news. Smash the like button. See you in the next one. Later.